Hello, hello. It's Tuesday, day 2 of our May class. So here we go. Let me get over to comments. So let me know when you're here and let's make sure that everybody can hear me. Okay. So I'll give just a minute or so for anybody to pop on. I don't know how long it takes for like once I start the stream to when it actually starts for people, but just give me a comment. Let me know that you can hear me, that everything's good. And then we're going to get started. I see 5 eyeballs, so I know some people are here. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Vicky. So you guys can hear me? I can assume that. Hey, Rose. Awesome. Okay, sweet. All right, so let's pick up. Hey, Deborah. Um, and oh, I thought I was thinking a different Deborah. All right, you're tricking me. Hi, Renee. So let's pick up where we left last night. So we're doing abstract beauty class, and we're going to use the different suites, the product suites. So the cards and envelopes, the designer series paper, the hexagon adhesive things, and my favorite, the go-to greetings. So let me do a quick recap on what the deal is for this class. So this class, obviously, if you have everything, you can follow along and make the cards, whenever you want. If you want the packet, which is also going to include this free Abstract Beauty Ephemera Pack, you would place an order using this code 7WFERDFZ for these 4 items, the cards and envelopes, the DSP, the hexagons, the go-to greetings, or the same amount, $56.50 of anything else. And you will get all the bits and pieces for all the other card kits and your ephemera pack. So if you want in on that, orders due next Tuesday, the 17th. And then I expect to be able to ship out kits the 27th. Because if I place the order on the 17th, I usually get them. It takes me 7 business days. So I should have everything ready to go out on the 27th. But if you already have everything, or if you want to use different designer series papers, I'm going to give you the measurements as we go along. So you're just going to be able to follow along and do your own thing. All right, let's get down here. Go back to comments. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Julie. Hi, Penny. You made it. Yay. Okay, so let's focus down here and we're going to get started. So let me just bring back, if you weren't here last night, these are the 4 cards we made last night. We did, now out of the 8 cards we're doing, I'm only using half of them using the cards and envelopes from the Abstract Beauty Kit. The other half are I'm making. So this one was from the kit envelope, and these are the 4x6 cards. That is a good size. So that was number 1. Number 2, this was the another one of the pre-done kits, and we added some bits and bobs, and I like it. Number 3, I think this was 3, Magenta Madness. So even though Magenta Madness is no longer available, I have an entire pack of cardstock. So I have, hey Gail, hey Sue. So I have enough to make any amount of kits, really. So, and you'll get the embossed pieces, and then you're going to use all these things from the ephemera pack. Other thing, ink, you only need 3 ink colors for this, or inks, period. Black, Night and Navy, and Versamark for this gold embossing. All right, so that was number 3. And then number 4 from yesterday was this book binding card. And again, this is retired ribbon, but I have plenty, so don't you worry. All right, let's get into the next 4 cards. So again, I'm still using this go-to greetings. I love, love, love it. The 4 different greetings that are like, typical. We use these a lot. Happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, thank you. And they're in 3 different fonts. So very useful. Abstract Beauty 4x6 paper. I've saved all my little scraps that I've cut already, but this, love it. Hexagon shapes. They come in black, Blushing Bride, and Just Jade. All right, and those colors coordinate with the rest of the cards. So these are the other cards that we're not using, and I kind of paired them together. So we've got this watercolory background business in the envelope. A solid one, blues and greens. Oops. Black stripe envelope, again with a like a more solid image. I like these the pre-cut, they call them the Memories and More cards usually. I just like them. Like I said yesterday, I have a hard time not buying every single one that we ever have. So, I mean, I could, right? What would it hurt if I bought them all? I'd have to make more cards. All right, and then this is what is left from the ephemera kit. So we used some of the pieces last night, and we're going to follow up and use some more tonight. All right, first card. So we're going to do the first two. We're going to be using the pre-cut cards. So we're going to do pink and then a blue one. So I realized today I had a lot of pink on the cards yesterday. In fact, I think there's pink on every card. And you may have noticed I'm wearing a pink shirt. I like pink. That's all I can say. Yep, there's pink on every single card. Not today, but still. Hi, Francis. Hi, Teresa. So for this one, I have chosen this envelope with the black and the Blushing Bride and the magenta, and then the watercolory. So, I mean, all the patterns, it looks like they've really dripped water on it. Really cool. I like it. So let's fold this. Now, you are, if you don't like the papers that I've chosen or the card, you can pick a different one out of your pack. It's not going to hurt my feelings because I won't even know, right? All right, now for the designer papers, I picked this gold stripe piece that has black dots on the back. This is 1 inch, so 1 inch by 6. And then this piece, or how does it go? This way. I like this side. There's gold on every side of this, on one side of every piece. So I wanted this piece that has a lot of the Blushing Bride because since there's so much magenta here, I thought this is going to go well. All right, so this is 1.5 inch wide. So 1.5 by 6. And I'm going to glue these together. And then we're going to, this one, actually these first two are really quick. I think that's another feature of these cards is that they do make your card making come together very quickly. All right, let's scooch this. And I'm going to glue this down straight. And I'm putting it over, not quite to the very edge, but just enough to where I cover up this little bit of magenta. So I still want all this to hang out. And of course you could put yours wherever you want. And I think I'm going to have to trim a little bit. Yeah. I think it's hanging over. Yep. So just this teensy weensy little bit that's hanging over, that has to go. Okay. All right, now we need, here's our envelope. You are going to get this die cut. This is from the new, I can't remember the name of it now. Beautiful shape, not beautiful shapes. Stylish shapes. So we're going to stamp, we're going to use the large thank you, and we're going to use the black ink. So let me stamp that. And I'm going to cut this end off. So I want to stamp it as close to the right-hand side as I can. And you will see why in just a minute. All right, let's get that on there. Now I am using Catherine Pooler Midnight ink because I like it. All right, let me clean my stamps. It's a nice dark ink. It dries quick and it comes off of your rubber stamps very easily, like completely. All right, so that was the large. Let me put this back. So that's what, when I write my notes about these stamps, I'm calling these large, these ones over here, because that font is bigger, these ones medium, and these ones small. So like when I write sketch my thing out, and I put down here, large, thank you. So just a little insight into my organization. All right, so I pulled out, I want this banner that has the blue and the pink. Now, if you chose a different card and paper, you could use obviously the green and gold one. So I want to use this one. And then I plucked this little vellum and gold banner out from this vellum sheet. All right, and this one, so see how both these edges are straight. So I want this to follow suit. So I'm going to cut this edge right off. So they're just all same. Consistent. All right, and then I'm just going to glue these on. Let's see, I wanted them like over here, and then this one will come in here. So these are all like poking out. There we go. And I'm going to glue these down flat. And then I'm going to pop up the greeting. All right, now this one, I'm only going to put glue under this gold bit. And then I'm hoping that this is going to catch. Yep. So I can put a little teensy bit right here because it's going to be covered up over with the banner. Because any glue I put on here, I'm convinced I'm going to see through. I did do some testing with these glues when I first got them. And they both failed my vellum test. So, wah, wah. It's not the end of the world. All right, so this, I can either make it straight. I really think I want it at an angle, though. All right. Oh, and I've got the sweats today. We've been going back and forth, heat to air, air to heat, heat to air, and right now it's still on heat. So I'm going to have to rectify that. Oh, and a plumber came yesterday. My kitchen sink works again. The guy told Dave, do not put anything you want down the garbage disposal, like eggshells, potatoes, whatever. I never heard about potatoes or eggshells, but I think it was more Dave because he put pineapple down there, but he's not going to admit that. So, but either way, I mean, 22 years and this was the first time that we had to get the sink like unclogged. I'm going to do what I want. All right, so that, yeah, I love the little bits and pieces too, Penny. Like they add just a little touch of something. Now I want to add some of the black hexagons. And I mean, you could add, we could do the blushing too. All right, let's do one of those. Maybe two. Who am I kidding? All right, because the black from the greeting and then the blushing bride over here. Let's do a medium one. And then a large of this. And then one more. Let's do a little teeny one up here. Nope, right here. Changed my mind. Okay. I like it. So that's our first card. Quick and easy enough. And I like, you know, having this popped up. So we've got some. Now see how this is curling up a little bit? Let me turn it this way if you can see. That is because of all that liquid, that glue under there. And vellum just can't take it. Once it dries, it'll stay flat. It'll be fine. All right, so that's our first card. Now let's do flip my notes. Now we'll do this navy one. So with this one, I'm going to give you two choices for the one layer. All right, so I've selected this envelope with the blues. So this blue, this is Night and Navy and Misty Moonlight. And Misty Moonlight is, of course, retired, but it's just on the envelope. Who cares? All right, and we're going to use the Solidy Navy card. Okay. So you are going to need to pick 2 pieces of designer paper because I want to have 3 pieces that are 2 by 3 inches. So I chose these patterns. And so say this was 6 by 6. I cut it in half at 3 first. So this is 3 this way by 4. And then you just turn it and cut it in half. So that's how I got all my 2 by 3 pieces, like very easy. So now I'm just going to pick which ones do I want. This is going to be a landscape card. So I'm going to do, ooh, no, this one. Okay, these are the ones I want. So we're just gonna like line them up kind of wonky and then maybe straight in the middle. So this piece, we're gonna stamp on this strip and it's gonna go across the whole thing. I'm gonna give you both of these, Magenta Madness and Pumpkin Pie. So you pick which one you want because they're both gonna look good because both those colors are in the flowers, and we're gonna put it like right here. All right, so that'll pick up the pumpkin there. But my original idea was pink, and that's why I added the pumpkin pie like when I got home because I realized how much pink I have. You know what? I like it. You're still gonna get both choices, but I'm gonna do it with pink. So we're gonna need Night of Navy ink, and this time we're gonna use the large Happy Birthday. So the large is this font one, or the swirly font one. Let me pick this off carefully. All right, and now it's not going to take over the entire strip here, but that's fine because we're going to be adding some flowers and bits from our ephemera. All right, so Night of Navy ink. Of course, you could do black if you wanted. All right, is this straight-ish? I'm just going to hold that there. I like it. And this was somebody's like $1 million stamp set. I forget who. It doesn't have a name down here, but kudos to them for picking this because I love it. All right, so this we're going to glue right on our Magenta Madness. Oh, and then I got to glue down our designer papers. So again, if you didn't want this blue card, you pick a different card out of your pack. If you didn't want these papers, pick different papers. Just cut them 2 by 3, and you need 3 pieces, and that's it. All right, so let's glue this one down. This would be cool with the black and white papers, right? Like pick 3 different patterns in the black and white and have a black card, and then all your different black and white patterns. Another black strip across. Nice. All right, now this one I want to go kind of straight, and I want that gold blob to be up top because I don't want it to get covered up by the greeting. Okay. Nice. So I either put this, I don't want it right in the middle. I tend to like things down a little bit, but I'm going to go like way down because if I put it here, this is like an uneven amount of the designer paper showing through, and that just bothers me for some reason. So I'm going to put it not quite to the edge, but almost. And I may have to trim a little bit off the side. Yep, I can see it. Did I give you guys the measurements for this? I thought so. Maybe not. This white was 1 1/4 inch tall by 6 inches wide. And then the magenta and pumpkin pieces are 1 1/2 by 6. So again, I have a little bit poking out, so that has to go away. All right. Okay, now let's go to our ephemera. And I know I am going to use some of the green ones because that's going to pull in those leaves. But let's go to, I want some more flowers and a leaf. So I use that one and the orange one. I feel like I do want 3 flowers. So I guess I'm going to have to do this little one. Because, you know, groups of 3. Oh, you know what else you could do is cut some of these flowers right out of the designer paper. That's for another time. Yeah, hearts, I'm using those on something else. Stars don't really apply. Flowers, no more flower bits. We could use a little leaf, a vellum leaf. We'll double this up. All right, so I'm going to glue. I'm gluing this vellum leaf on top of the regular leaf and at an angle. And then I'm just going to glue that behind here and pop all these up. Nice. I like building all these little bits. All right, and then we're going to pop all these up. Let's get our dimensionals. So I think yesterday I told you you're going to need regular dimensionals and some minis. I think these will all take the regulars though. Oops. Okay. And then 2. So the next 2 cards are pretty cool. And I know you guys are going to like them. All right, let's put this. So let's see here. I don't want both the pink flowers on the same side. So let's do pink over here. And then pink will go down here. And do it up here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to add just a few of the jade hexagons. Because like I said, they'll show up and it's going to pull out that jade over on this side. Let's do that. And then do one over here. Let's do another one. Oops. And then one more. Why not? There we go. Ooh, I like it. I wish I had some little flowers, but these will do. And I like them anyway. So the jade, that really does look nice with this. So easy peasy. That is number 2. So put this in here. All right, turn the page. So now we're going to do, this is called, well, I found a bunch of different names for it. The one I decided on was Pop-Up Front Step Panel. And that's a whole big mouthful. But it's a card that's going to sit up on its own. Okay, so we need you're going to get Blushing Bride. This is going to be the base. This is 4 1/4 by 11. And actually, you know what? I want to write out the scoring for you. Because on this one, it just seems complicated, but it's really not. So 4 1/4 by 11. Then we've got a white piece. This is for the back. That is 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to cut your own designer series paper. So that is, we will deal with that later. You're also going to need another piece of Blushing Bride. This is 2 3/4 across by 5 3/8 inch tall. Then a piece of white that is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4 that is embossed with the Time Worn type folder. You can emboss it with anything you have, but this is what I'm going to emboss it with. And then I've got some scrap pieces to punch my ovals out of. So let's do this scoring. So we will say card, this is number 7 total. So base 4 1/4 by 11. We are going to score it at 5 1/2, 6 3/4, 8 3/4, and 10. Then actually let's put this on here too. So this piece, let's call that the front step. Front step. This is 2 3/4 by 5 5/8. And let me see. Yep, that's still in camera. Rose, you have seen a lot of these? Yeah. And it's crazy when you go to look for them that there's different measurements. So you just have to find one that you like. This one, we're going to score it at 3/8 and then 1 5/8. Okay. Now I'm going to get this on my blog, so I don't want you to feel like, you know, you have to rush. But if you wanted to make it right now, just take a picture. That's that. All right, let's do our scoring. I didn't do this ahead of time because I just wanted to show you the whole deal. All right, so 4 1/4 by 11, we're scoring at, again, 5 1/2, 6 3/4, 8 3/4, and then 10. Oh wait, and then we'll score this piece too. So our front panel, this is again 2 3/4 wide by 5 5/8. So we're going to score this at 3/8 and then 1 5/8. All right. So with your math, this strip and this strip should be the same width. Yep. All right, so now let's go ahead and fold all of these score marks. Oops. Yeah, Rose, and some people were adding like more cardstock layers. I'm just doing the designer series paper. It's all, you know, doll it up however you want. Okay, so this is how it's going to go together. This is going to get glued here. So see how we've got, like, it's going to sit up like this. All right, now I want my designer paper in there first because, so when this is glued on here, you're going to be able to see in here, and I don't want it to be plain. I want this whole layer to be like covering it so you can see it down there too. So that's just my preference. So I cut this piece 4 by 5 1/4. And this has, it was a struggle to cover up these the gold dots here, but I had to make a choice, right, of what paper I wanted. So let's put this on first. Okay. Now our 2 other pieces, gold stripes. So I wanted, since this is going to sit up like this, I wanted a piece here, and then I wanted a piece on top. Just because, again, you'll be able to see it, and I thought, why not? So I'm going to glue these on first. Frosting this cake with all the glue. Oops, and I got some on there. Rose, you know, it's no wonder that why I have to refill my glue so often, right? You're not surprised. I don't mind it. Okay. Now, the trick that I have found, so we want this to glue on the side, but it's not like you can press this whole layer down to the bottom because that's not going to equal, right? So instead of like eyeballing it, like, oh, where do I put it here? Do I put it here? No. I fold it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 score marks. Fold it here. And then the second score mark, fold it down. All right. So we're going to do this. And then we just put our glue right here. And everything is flat. All right. So I'm gluing it, holding that. And then that's the perfect height for, because you might remember, we want to fold this up so it fits in our card. So it still is going to fit in the medium envelope. Rose, you're funny. So that was the easiest way that I found to get this lined up perfectly, because really there's, you know, this is like 2 inches tall. This flap here is only 1 inch tall. So to eyeball that, that's too much trouble. I like to lay everything down flat. All right, now this one. So this similar we're going to put it up here because we want this to hang up in the front. So this is going to go on like this. All right, so let's put our embossed piece on first. This is where I really saw some differences. Some people want to have this bit raised up from the bottom a little bit so I guess so you would see some of that, you know, whatever you've got, that pattern. I don't like that. I like it all the way at the bottom. So this is personal preference, right? So again, we're going to fold both of these down and we're going to put glue here first, okay? So I want to, I'm just eyeballing. So here, I want glue like right down here on the bottom. So I'm going to glue it to the base first. All right, and I'm eyeballing for the middle. And I'm putting it just a hair over that fold. There we go. Okay. Hold that in place. So now, when this opens, it's going to sit up like this. So we want this flap, this 3/8 inch flap, it's got to go here somewhere, right? So same situation. Like, oh, we don't want to eyeball. That's too hard. So push this all the way up. All right. So you can go back and watch this part. Push this all the way up. And this is going to go down here. So behind. So second score mark behind. Oh, actually, this is where we have to add some glue. So add the glue. Fold this down. And then this part comes up. So the top of your front step should be, you know, just under the tippy top of your card. All right, and now, see it from the side, how it opens, and it sits up there. Now it should sit straight. Come on. Yep. Okay. There we go. Now, I've got a piece included 4 by 5 1/4. That's so if you want to put it on the back and write on the back, you can. So if you don't, you know, you can just write on here. So now let's add just a few little bits to this. You know, if I was making this with like a flower set, I would probably stamp and cut a flower out and put it up here. But we're going to do a greeting, and then we're going to add some of the little pieces from our ephemera pack. So we're using our class stuff. So let's put this away. And so I'm going to give you these already punched out with the double oval punch. So we're going to get Blushing Bride. And then Basic White. And I will save this outer one for something else. All right. And then stamping. So we're going to stamp on... What did I have here? Oh, medium, just a note. Okay. So medium, just a note. This one. Toot, toot, toot. Now, I could gold emboss this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? We're just going to stamp it on that oval. It's just going to be a bear trying to hold this so I don't burn my finger. All right. So we need... I still have these out from yesterday. So we've got our gold embossing powder and our Versamark. So let's do our embossing buddy and Versamark. Okay. Cover this up. Yeah, when I was Googling for how to make these, like, I mean, they go back years. I guess everything comes in cycles, you know? All right, I didn't stamp this. I didn't get that good. Oh, there we go. I don't like that. Let me do it again. And I just threw away my scrap of white, of course. Okay. All right, let's do it this way. So I'm going to stamp it. the first letter, the first J, didn't come out very well. But yeah, I mean, tutorials going back several years. And now when, Rose, you say it's coming back, it's been everywhere. Like, everything comes back. All right, so let's hit this a couple times. Okay, that's better. All right, let me funnel this back in, and we will heat this up. I like that this card stands up on its own. Okay, ready? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let me let this cool down for a minute. So I'm just going to layer this and have this here. And then we're going to add some of our little bits and pieces. Oh, here we go. Let's punch this. All right. Good. Perfect. All right, let's glue this. All right. And then we will pop this up. Oof, I love it. I love the gold. And more gold. I'm looking at my pile for the next card, and I'm getting very excited. Okay, so here. So you see what I mean? If I was going to do a flower, I would have something like up here. But let's pop this up. Which reminds me, so Thursday, I'm going to use the True Beauty Suite. All right, let's put this here. And I will show you that at the end. But just to give you a little hint or a little clue what I'm working on. All right, let me clean this. All right. Now be careful pulling these off of your blocks when you've put the stickers on them. I mean, you can fix it like I showed you, but if you rip your stamps, you don't want to do that. Okay, now what do I want to put on here? Let me check my notes. Heart die cuts. Okay, so we've got all these little hearts. There's some pumpkin pie, and then 2 in the Blushing Bride. Actually, I don't want that pumpkin pie one. There are some of the vellum ones. So we've got this cluster of 3 again, and we can just add that like right there. Cute, cute, cute. That's it for the hearts. Yep. Okay. So again, I'm going to put mini dimensionals behind these hearts, and that covers it up. So you won't be able to see the glue dot or the dimensionals behind there. Ooh, and you know what you could do is like cut them out if you really wanted to. But I'm not going to do that. All right, let's stick these on first. So we're going to have hearts and hexagons on these. All right, and then we'll do dimensionals on here. And I might as well do little minis. Why not? You know, I thought when they came out with the new catalog, actually, I thought they would have done this last year. You know how the black dimensionals, they only come in the combo pack? So you have to get, you know, it's like half little ones, half regular ones. I thought for sure they would have changed that and made them separate, like split them up. But they didn't. Ooh, I like that. Okay, now, but I do want to add some of these gems. So this, you know, to sit up, it's hard to get a good picture, but you see how it's sitting up on its own? I love it. Gail, what are you gonna oh, Sue, is Toni chewing gum? No. Do I sound like I'm chewing gum? Is that just noises that I'm making? All right, let's put that on there. Does it sound like I have that I'm chewing anything? All right, let me do one down here. And then another one. Gail, I don't know what you're talking about with the chewing business. All right, so let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 things. And I need an odd number. So I'm going to put another one right here. Oh, it was left on a comment for me. Oh, what? Okay, I'm going to have to go back and read those comments, Gail. That's crazy. Okay, so I love it. Sits up, and it really is sturdy with all the cardstock and the glue. I swear the liquid glue makes things a little bit sturdier. So, but how cute. And I'm just looking at all the gold. This would be a really nice wedding card too. Like with something embossed, you know, lovey-dovey stuff and more hearts. Maybe a bird. Ideas. Okay, so that's card number 7. One more. Let's turn the page. So this one, I got the idea. I did this back in October or November. I can't remember. So it's like 2 cards. Actually, let me just show you all the pieces. So we're going to cut a window out. On the original one, I did a circle out of here, and I had designer series paper. So this time I'm just using the hexagon because I like the, you know, I wanted to use these beautiful shapes dies. But we're going to have this card, and then we got a card in a card. So this goes in this way, and that will fold. So, and like that. So we open it, bam, like that and that. Okay. So your pieces that are already going to be cut, and then you're going to have all these gold foil die cuts and little ones. So this piece, 5.5 by 8.5, basic black. Another piece, basic black, 4 by 5.25. So to get this perfectly lined up, I had to put this through the Big Shot, and see this little bit of tape here. I taped my piece of paper like so that they're both on top of each other, and ran it through with the largest hexagon shape through my Big Shot and cut both layers at the same time. Otherwise, I don't know how I would get that perfectly lined up. All right, so this I'm just going to glue on straight. And actually, I think I had it this way. Yeah, because see, you can see some little indentations around here. That's just from the die, like pressure, since I guess there was 2 layers of cardstock. Now, if you wanted to pop this layer up, you totally could. But I just want to put it down straight. And my goal is to make sure the hexagons line up. Okay, perfect. Okay, now the piece on the inside. So this was regular basic black. This is the thick. So the white thick, 5.25 by 8, and then I scored it in half at 4. Yeah, Rose, where's the gum police? I haven't chewed gum in a long time. All right, let's do that. So this is going to go on the inside. Now, your piece, I chose this piece because it's got a lot of gold and it's got the black, so that'll pick out both. But if you also wanted just the stripes or the diagonal stripes, you can pick that. But I like this. So I need to cut this down. This is 5.25 by 4, so I'm going to trim this down another 1/4 inch. So I'm going to make this 5 by 3 3/4. All right, so 5. And actually, I'm going to take a 1/2 inch off each side. So see how there's gold here and gold here, like on both corners? I don't want to cut one corner off, so I still want some gold on both sides. So let's do this at 5.5, and then flip it around and cut it at 5. So then we still have some gold on both sides. And then I need it to be 3 3/4. So we'll go here. Okay. So pay attention when you're cutting your stuff. You know, if there's a bit of color that you want to catch. Now these, normally I would throw these little scraps away, but because it's got that pretty gold, I'm going to save it. This one, not so much. But these, yeah, crazy. All right, so I'm just going to glue this on. And that should be centered. Yep, okay. And just so you know, I'm going to use these papers some more on Thursday as well with the True Beauty. Just because they're funky, you know, they can go with anything. Okay. All right. So this card is going to open this way. So now I'm going to glue this to the inside of our regular, our 5.5 by 8.5 card base. Okay. And I'm just centering this. Okay. Now, the pieces that you have that I'm including. So this is the largest size gold foil. So I'm going to glue that down first because this is kind of how I wanted to go with this. I'm including this in your kit because I cut it out and it's actually cutting both layers. Oh, this is, you can tell where I glued it together a little bit. All right, hopefully yours won't be stuck together so you can still use them. So this one, I'm going to glue this foil down flat. And that's just like snugging it right in there, just like a puzzle piece. All right, and then open this up, press it down. Nice, nice, nice. All right, now the greeting. I want to pop these up. All right, so that's going to go like that. Ooh, I like it already. So black, gold, blushing bride, and then white. So I'm going to stamp this in black just because I think that's going to look nice. You know, there's already plenty of other gold with the foil. So on this one, we were using number 8, the small thinking of you. So let's go back to our stamp set. And the small thinking of you is this one. Okay. And this barely fits across. Right there. All right. And if I mess this up, we're just going to have to roll with it. All right, let me bring this closer to my face. That might help. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. Clean, clean, clean. Yeah, Sue, Gail, one of you is going to have to tell me what's up with the chewing gum later. I don't like missing it. Okay, gluing this straight on to the blushing bride. And then I'm going to pop the blushing bride up. All right. Oh, you know what? Ugh. I meant to stick some of these little gold bits. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I was going to use this little file tab on this card and have it like right up here instead of that flower. Wah, wah. Missed opportunity. I'll have to do something else with it. All right, let's get these out of the way. So I wanted just some of these like leafy bits. And then I've got these extra gold small ones. So this is going to pop up. And I don't want to put any leaves like on top of the gold or, I mean, I don't want to put them, use your words, Toni. I don't want it to stick under here. Okay. Because this is going to be popped up. It won't let the card open. So I've got to do it just like, you know, on the side. Let me pop this up first and then that'll probably make more sense. So pop, pop, pop. No saggy bits. All right. Is that enough dimensionals? Okay. All right, let's put this right in here. Just center it. Okay. Now, I've given you 2 of these punched out gold foil bits, just if you want to use them. You don't have to. Because I don't know, what theme you may want, but I do want, you know what, I'm not going to use the gold. I'm going to put these down here. And then I'm going to use some of our hexagon shapes. I'll leave the leaves for something else. All right, so I'm going to put this one kind of close and then this one further away. If you wanted to emboss these little hexagons, that would be cute too. All right, let's do that. And then we're going to add some of the Blushing Bride hexagon shapes because they're going to show up. I'm just going to save that for something else. All right, so we'll have boop, boop, 3, and then we'll do 2 more up here. There, and then I need an odd number right here. Ooh, I like it. So if you had maybe a little stamp to fill in something there, but I like all the hexagon stuff, and then these show up. So we've got this, and then it opens up to all this prettiness with the more gold, and then we open it up, and then you write whatever you want on here. So yeah, you could pick, I mean, any of the papers. So I just like all the gold. So again, you're going to get all these gold bits, all the hexagon punch outs, and your part will be cut out and embossed. So that is card number. Oh, Helen, if you could just do something about your own saggy bits. I think we're all in the same boat. Rose, you think 11 hexagon dots is enough number? Oh, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so I need another one. I think this looks, if I do another one of these little dots, it's going to make it too even because it'll be like 4 here and 4 here. I'm just going to leave it. Oof, or I could do 1 black one. Indecision. I'm just going to leave it. Okay. You convinced me. Okay. So we've got, let's bring in all of our cards again. So this one is our, I don't know what to call this. It's like hexagon window, but it's like 2 cards. I'll have to see. I don't think I called it anything when I made it back in October, November either. But this was definitely the, let's check the notes, pop up front step panel card. Ugh, what a mouthful. All right, then we've got these cards are blue with all our designer papers. And then this one. So these 2 were, from the card kit. And then we've used designer paper on every single one. So let's give me a look. Here is True Beauty. So this is what I'm going to be using on Thursday. This is one of the distinctive sets. And I think I'm actually going to pair it with the Flowing Flowers because that's a distinctive set too. Okay. So let me go back to me. So thanks for hanging out and watching. And thanks, you guys. I love that you love the cards. So my blog has on the Learn at Home tab, that's got the details of, if you want the packet and the ephemera packet, what you have to order using the code, and then I will mail that stuff out. Thanks, Penny. And those have to be put in by next Tuesday. I'm going to keep that code open just for this class. Okay. So thanks again for hanging out, and I will see you on Thursday. Okay. Bye.